Austin, Texas.
O estado americano do Texas é uma potência em termos de energia. E a energia para eles é fundamental para o desenvolvimento. Tanto que eles têm um programa chamado Power to Save Texas. E nós viemos aqui conversar com o representante da Public Utility Commission. Estamos aqui com Terry Hadley, representante da Comissão de Serviços Públicos, que vai falar para a gente um pouco do programa Power to Choose Texas. Well, Texas stands out in terms of energy. What the state is showing with this competition, where the people can choose their energy provider, and what did it bring in terms of results for the government and customers?
Well, competition has provided more efficiencies in the electric market in Texas. What we have with the ability for the customer to choose the provider is a lower rate compared to the regulated monopoly rates of 10, 15, 20 years ago.
In terms of renewable sources, is the state now focusing the investment and efforts in solar and wind energy?
Well, Texas already has made major accomplishments in wind energy. About 10 years ago, the legislature passed a law to allow us to approve transmission networks to deliver all the wind power from the rural areas of West Texas into the population centers of Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, San Antonio, Austin. So that has brought a lot of wind power to Texas. About 10% of the energy we produce for electricity is powered by the wind. Solar is in a very infant stage, very early stage, only about 1% now, but we expect more rapid growth with solar over the next several years.
Nowadays, how much of the Texas energy comes from fossil fuels and how much comes from renewable sources such as solar and wind energy?
Well, Texas is still heavily dependent on fossil fuels. About 45% of the electricity generation comes from natural gas, another 30% from coal. However, we now have a little more than 10% renewable energy with wind, and that number has been growing consistently for the past 10 years, and we'll also see more growth with solar in the future.
Terry, what the decision makers of the other states and countries can learn with this Texan experience?
Well, they need to know it takes time, but over time you get a more efficient market. We have a very healthy mix of different fuels used to generate electricity. And when you aren't dependent on one fuel source, you have better reliability and you have better price efficiency depending on what the market is for given fuel prices.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Nice to meet you.
pros.org.br